Boys, you gotta do all of these things right now to get ready for update 20. And I saw just this morning, people believe the update will be coming on the 2nd of July, which is also my birthday. It would actually be so cool if it came out on my birthday. I'd be one happy boy. In order to help out as much as I can, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, comment down below. I'll pick one of you and I'll give you any permanent devil fruit that you want. Let's get into all the things that I think you need to do or try to get as close to completing before update 20 as possible. Number one is going to come at absolutely no surprise to you guys. Max level. You at least get to the 3rd C, okay? Maybe you don't need max level, but all new content is going to be above max level, right? A lot of it's going to be added to the 3rd C. So get yourself to the candy cane quest giver and try and get as close to max level as humanly possible. I know you don't have a lot of time, but just go for it, boys. Shoot for 2,450. I believe in you. This is mostly based on the fact that, like, in the latest update that came out, sure, you could access the fruits and a lot of the weapons and stuff like that. You didn't need to be max level. You just had to be a high level, which is why I'm saying get to the 3rd C. But then when it came to getting your race awakening, it was a PvP ordeal, which means you want to be as strong as possible. You want to be max level. Number 2 on the list of things that you're going to want to be doing, and that is collecting materials, because we know that the upgrading system is changing in hopefully this update, but we know it's coming this year. So you're going to really want to go out of your way to try and get as many materials as you can. I am bad for this. I do not have enough materials. The reason you need materials is because right now, this is a 1-star upgraded sword. But we know that they've considered adding extra stars, possibly all the way up to 5 stars. More than one upgrade per weapon could be in the works, boys. And even if it's not, you're going to want to upgrade all the new stuff so that you can use it in PvP. They're adding new endgame PvE content, so you're going to really need materials. I would love to get a single material on video, please. I've honestly got minimal materials collected. I need to seriously work on this, but it's super important. Get all the materials that you can. Speaking of, the next thing should be very, very obvious. The blacksmith, you're going to want to upgrade your swords and your guns. Mostly the ones that you just use. Cursed Dual Katana only gets a 7% damage buff, but that's 7% more than it currently has. As far as I'm concerned, extra damage is extra damage. If we look at the guns as well, 15% more damage. That's a big deal when you're comboing. 15% more damage on your combo weapon. That's nice. You can also see here that when I press the sword, it says there's nothing you can do. Like, it says max upgrades applied, which makes me believe that some items will have more than one upgrade that can be applied to them. We know they're planning to add more endgame PvE stuff like bosses and so on that will actually be worth doing. So you're going to want as much damage as you can out of your favorite weapons to take on these new challenges. And seriously, don't be like me. Don't only upgrade the katana because it's funny. The next thing I think everybody really needs to focus on is their money and their fragments. Even after you complete a puzzle, you usually have to buy a new weapon for belly, fragments, and maybe a couple of different materials. Like in the past, you've had to use ectoplasm to buy swords, races, and so on. One of the best ways that you can make quick money in this game, even without the double money game pass, and you get a little bit of fragments on the side, is by fighting sea beasts. They spawn every 10 minutes, usually, as long as you're like on the ocean. I just drive in a circle like this until they spawn. So I like to use the magma fruit because the big magma bits here, they sort of get stuck on the NPC and then you get like free damage. You pretty much do this with any fruit. It's good practice as well. You need to be able to do these things. You never know if the next or the new bosses that are coming are going to be a sea beast. Oh, I see what the problem here is. So I'm stupid. I didn't realize that I didn't have stats in my Blox Fruits, but it's fine because now I've used my awakening. There we go. So I earned a level, apparently. I got a lot of money and I got 250 fragments. With double money, obviously, but even without double money, you can still do some good work. It's just one lonely boat has come to challenge my rule of the sea. Okay, so there is one other option I could recommend for grinding money in particular. If you don't like sea beasts, you could server hop and do the Kilo Admiral. Pretty easy to kill with a decent fruit. You just hop onto the server, grab the quest, and then run on up here. Usually a public server that you hop to would have the boss, and then you could just really, really easily bring this boss down pretty quickly. Like, it's not insanely fast or anything, but it's pretty fast. All right, keeping in mind I have double money game pass. I got 22,000, 73,000, so 100,000, so 50,000 per kill if you don't have the double pass. Pretty decent. I mean, it's not crazy fast, but it is one of the more popular ways that people grind money if they don't like doing sea beasts. And I shouldn't have to tell you this one, but I will anyway. If you want more fragments, just do raids. It's kind of important to learn how to raid in groups, especially when the new PvE content, maybe it'll be raid based, maybe it'll have like accessory drops, we don't know. But learning how to fight in a team without things like your dodge, without the jump and so on, it's a good skill to have. It's definitely something worth learning, and it's good to learn about which fruits function well in a group setting. Since we're already on this island, I also want to talk about getting your chalice, using it here, killing Indra, and unlocking the portals. None of the new updates have actually brought a portal. It's always just been the 3 default portals. But if you don't have these, I'm telling you right now, you need to have the portals, okay? Trust me, it doesn't look like a big deal, but it is a massive deal. Being able to teleport around the map like this is just so useful. And you never know when they're going to add more portals like this. They might never add more portals. Who knows? You should unlock them regardless. Of course, this one's a little bit difficult, but it's worth mentioning. If you don't have your Race V4 awakened by now, you're just kind of getting a little bit late to not have V4. Come on, guy. We're about to be a whole update or 2 ahead of when Race V4 was released. So you need to get it. You don't have to do all of them. I've done all of them, but I'm a massive nerd. You just have to do the one that you main, and you don't even necessarily have to level it up. It's such a big difference just being able to press the Y button, use your awakening, and get max stats in every style. You guys saw it before. I had the wrong stats while I was fighting that sea beast accidentally. But the minute I awakened, I could use my gun, I could use my fruit, because I didn't have fruit stat like an idiot. And then pretty much immediately the sea beast died. I know it's a little bit discouraging, but there are places on the Blox Fruits Discord, on my Discord, on other YouTubers' Discords, where you can go to a chat like Blox Fruits Help, and you can try and organize with some people that are currently doing Race V4. You guys could take turns losing to each other just to like, see, looking for trial, I'm shocked. You just gotta find these people. And finally, probably the thing that, or 2 things that go hand in hand together, and we're gonna talk about them, and that is your devil fruit collection. It's very underrated how important having a devil fruit collection is, okay? I know it's hard to find yourself fruit capacity. It's 400 Robux, and if you can't afford it, you have to trade for it. And, you know, it's probably going to cost you like 2 or 3 mythical fruits just to get... I'm actually going to check. If I go into the trade here section of Blox Fruits, and I know this chat is so toxic, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, okay? And if you go into the top corner and you go search in channel, and then you write trade here, and then we put in... We get the capacity, and we copy it from the chat down here, put it up into here, press enter. We'll find people are looking for... This guy's got 2 control fruits, 2 venom fruits. He's looking for +1 capacity. Here we go. This guy has capacity, and he wants leopard, or he wants dragon and doe. So I know they're expensive fruits to normal players. But if you take the time, if you build up your devil fruit collection, I could get 5 capacity right now for this, right? I could get another 9 capacity because I have 9 dragons and 10 doe fruits. Build up a bit of capacity and then build up a lot of other fruits, because these aren't actually that useful. Unless you're going to PvP, you don't need the leopard fruit or the dragon fruit or the control fruit. Most of these you wouldn't use anyway. You just trade them for game passes. The doe fruit is awesome to have in your collection, because if you don't have permanent doe, you'll eat this pretty often. But if you're someone who's actually just leveling up and doing content in the game, you could collect magma fruits, you could collect light fruit, you could collect ice fruit, and these 3 on their own could do all the content in the game, especially once they're awakened and you've got their masteries up. If you want to get real fancy, you could collect Buddha as well, and maybe Portal if you wanted to get around really quickly, but that's kind of what the light fruit is for. You don't really need any mythical devil fruits other than to make yourself feel cool. And I can tell you right now, I have every devil fruit in the game permanent, and I never use any of the mythical devil fruits except for dough, and dough's about to get nerfed, so I might stop using it altogether and just stick to using like portal, magma, and light. Oh, and Buddha. Buddha might as well be a mythic fruit. Buddha could probably count as the mythic fruit that you use. All right, thanks for watching, boys. Let me know in the comment section down below. Have you done all of these things? What are you trying to achieve before update 20 comes out? And what are you most excited for in update 20? Remember, I'm going to pick one of you and give you a permanent devil fruit completely free. It'll just be one person from the comment section who is subscribed to the channel and who watched the entire video. Thanks for watching, boys. I'll see you next time.